Well, your cup has just ended. Well, it's not ended technically, but we will not be able to solve any problem till the end. So I will now upsolve problem. Let me find it. Problem G, flow 2. So it's formulated as follows. So for each two vertices of a graph, undirected, we can construct, we can find max flow of this graph between these two vertices. And matrix A consists of all such max flows. And we have an inverse problem. We are given a matrix which consists only of zeros, ones, twos, and threes. And we need to find any graph for which its max flow matrix is A. Okay. So let's write the solution. Because I was able to find it during the contest, but I wasn't able to. So I have found something 1 hour ago, but it was not fully correct because there were some tricky cases. And now we simply don't have anything written. Okay, so let's solve tests. Here we read T. Here we read N. And then we read the matrix. Okay. And we need to print the list of edges, so which is VPAI. So optional VPAI ans equals find ans of V, and if ans be printed, and that's it. Else we print null. Great. So here we need to write optional VPAI find ans where we are given the matrix. Great. So how do we do it? How do we do it? Okay, it should be easier. Yeah, it is kinda easier, but there is a lot of to think about. So what we will do first, we need to check that we have zeros on the main diagonal. Okay, simply, so if... Is it guaranteed that v is from 0 to 3? Yes, it is guaranteed. So if vii is 0, if vii is not 0, we return nothing. Null opt. Okay, now let's write a function. So we will write a return find ans recursively of v and 0. What does it mean to write find ans recursively? We have some const int connectivity, which says that we know that our graph is edge C connected. So if we remove any C edges, it remains connected. No. We need to remove at least C edges to lose connectivity. Or maybe even more. And having that in mind, we need to somehow construct answer. So what do I want to do? Okay, first things first. We need to find all components of connectivity. Of C connectivity. How is it done? Let's make a DFS. First of all, let's make... Okay, I get it. We need also the vector of current vertices. So let's call the number of vertices m. Let's go through all vertices. Let's find all vertices. And for each vertex, let me think. Okay, we need like something like DFS. Okay, we only need it if connectivity is at most 3. Is at most 2. Then we construct a graph in which... So first of all, yeah, we need to make a DFS. What do we do in DFS? We need to go through all its neighbors. And check, is it true that from vertices, okay, from 2 equals 0, 2 is less than m plus 2. And if u is not 2 and v u2 is greater than connectivity, and also we have some vector visited. So if not visited 2 and this, also here we say immediately that u is visited. If this is true, then visited, then we run DFS of 2. And to do that, we need to say that it is a function from int to void. Yeah, and for example, we can store them in some sort of lists. So lst.back.pushback of u. Let's go through all vertices. And here it was not correct. I needed to say vertices u and vertices 2. So if not visited of I, then I need to run DFS of I. And also I need to push back to list something. So I say that lst.mplaceback. Yes. Great. It is great. Okay, we can also immediately say that if m is at most 1, we actually can return VPI of 0. Yeah. Okay, we have ran these DFSs. Now we need to do the following. So we have VPI ons. Let's go through all lists. So for const vi actually, I think we need to put here vertices u. It's better. Okay, let's go through all lists, and here we need to find ans rec of v connectivity +1 and list. Yes. So if we were unable to do it, that is, if partial ans is non-existent, then we need to return just partial ans. We are unable to do it. Otherwise, for PIP from partial ans, we push it into ans. Okay, if this can be done if connectivity is at most 2. Okay, let me think. I would like to say that we have VVPII answers. Okay, let's do it like this. We have VVPII answers. And we push everything in these answers. So answers dot push back partial ans. Well, so now we only have some sets of vertices and their partial answers. Okay, if connectivity is at most 2, then it's kinda easy. If connectivity is at most 1, then it's kinda easy because I make VPI ans and I push everything from them to ans. Finally, what? Finally, if connectivity, I also need to add some edges. So for int I equals 1, I less than lsts.size plus I need to add an edge between lsts 0, 0 and lsts I 0. So I add some bridges and then I return ans. However, when connectivity is 2, it's a bit harder, and we will do it after we solve the case connectivity equals 3. So if connectivity equals 3, it's also easier. So if m is at most 3, we will need to construct a complete graph. Yeah, we have constructed it and we return it. Otherwise, we need to construct a so-called wheel. So the graph of a wheel is straightforward to do. Okay, let's write a function int sum, int a, int b, int m. Yes. And here for int I equals 0, I less than m minus 1, we add two edges. We need to add an edge from I to some I m minus I1 m minus 1, and we need to add an edge from I to m minus 1. And instead of this, we need to replace everything with vertices. So like this. Nice. And that's it. So now we only have the case of connectivity 2. So let's think. It's actually not very nice to do, but it's something, unfortunately, that we need to do. Something of what we need to do. Okay, how to do it? How to do it? Actually, we need something to start with. Okay, first of all, there are some good components and bad components. Bad components are components of size 2 and 3. Actually, let's start with them. So, what do? We say that okay, let's construct all bad components. So vi bad components, 1 components, and 4 components. Let's go through all of them. So if lsts_i.size equals 1, then we push it here. If it is equal to, if it is at least 4, we push it to 4 components. And else we push it to bad components. So there are, I believe, 2 cases when we lose. So if bad components dot empty, then okay. So what would I like to do? So at each moment, I have some component with exactly 1 gate. So I can start, for example, with 1 or with 4 component. So let me start with some component. And I have a gate in this component, which is a removed edge. So then I take some other component, I choose an edge from it, I also remove it, and I connect them like this. The only problem is that I cannot have a gate of exactly 1 vertex, so what can I do? Okay, so let's say that I have some VPII ans where the last edge is a gate. Okay? The last edge is a gate which can be removed. Okay, so first of all, let's start with one component or one for component. Actually, let's call them good components, I think. It will be easier. So if I have no good components, then I have to return. Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. So let's do like this. I want to start. I would like to start with the component 4, I think. Yeah? Let me think. What do I want to start with? Yeah, I think I would like to start with a component 4, but if I don't have one, then with component 1. It can be done like this. So if lsti.size is at least 4, then I swap good components.front and good components.back. So if I don't have any good components, I have to return null opt. Also what? Okay, let's say that I have VPII ans. VPII ans equals answers of good components 0. Okay, first of all, let's consider all bad components. So how does it look like? We have some graph which ends with a gate. Then we have a bad component. This is its first edge, this is its last edge. So we don't remove anything, we just connect them like this. And this becomes a new gate. Well, we need to remove this edge. Let's say that if ans.empty, then we say that ans.in place back lsts good components 0, and again lsts good components 0, 0. So we add a loop, which we will need to remove it. So let's make a gate equals ans.back. Then we ans.popback. Then we have a bed component here. So what do? We add two edges. So we said ans.emplaceBack gate x and okay, we can also say that if not bed components dot empty but good components dot size is at least 2 is at most 1, then we also have to return nothing. Okay, so here we emplace back gate x to what? So we need to take answers bed component index to the first edge dot x and dot y. Okay, we have added 2 edges, and then we need to add the whole set of edges. Ans dot push back b, and in the end we need to again push back answers dot answers bed component index dot back. So because it is a bad edge, it is a multiple edge, and we will need to remove it, and we will remove it here. Okay, now let's go through good components. And here we say that int good component index equals good components of good component index. Okay, now we have a moment of truth. So if ans.empty and answers of good component index is also empty, then we lost. Actually, I forgot to okay, here I have an error. I forgot about it. So I need to check for completeness. I need to check for completeness of my graph. So if our answer is empty, and this is empty, then we return null. Otherwise, we again have this thing. We again have this thing. Okay, let's make new gates. New gate X, new gate Y. And if LST good component index dot size is at least 4, then we take that tie of this and this equals answers good component index dot back, and we pop back it. Otherwise, we say that new gate X equals LSTS this 0, and new gate Y is also 0. Then we connect it with its gate. Then we add everything from the answer. And that's it. So after that, we can return ant. Okay, we only need to check for completeness of the graph here. How do we do it? So it's easy. Let's go through all components. We need to check that it is a complete graph. So if I is not equal j, but vi j is at most connectivity, we have to return null-opt. Okay, that's a solution. Okay, and we have access violation. And the access violation happened because we didn't do this. But we had to. Okay, now we have some answers. Yes, yes, no, yes. Is it correct? Yes, yes, no, yes. Okay. Now let's draw it. Let's draw it. So let's start with this one. So here we have I think we need to print the number of edges first. Yeah, so ans.size. Yeah. So 5 edges. 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 4. And we needed 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, it is correct. It is totally correct. Now let's look at the second graph. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 7, 6, 8, 7, 8, then 1, 6, and 4, 5. Okay, let's compare. First of all, 4, 5 are disconnected from everything else. Secondly, 1, 2, 3 and 6, 7, 8 are ones. This is also fine. And within this thing, it is of connectivity 2. Okay. Okay, now let's look at this strange graph, the last one. It consists of 12 edges. Ah, 8, 9. 1, 10, 11, and 12. Yes, it is correct. But I don't like all these tests. They are dull. Let's create our own test. So I want to look at something like this. So I want a triangle, 3 connected. Then I want a 3 connected edge. Then I want again a 3 connected triangle, for example. And, for example, only one vertex besides that. Also, okay, let's make an easy example. I want I want a 5 edge graph. Actually, what is this input? Ah, doesn't matter. So let's look at this example. I want a 3 and I want a triangle, which is 2. And I want... So it should be impossible. So let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have edges. Ah, we don't have any edges. We just say which flows we expect. So we need 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 0, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 1, and finally 3, 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay, this should be null. Yeah, it is null. Then let's look at this graph, which consists of nine vertices. Okay, there should be some edges, but overall, so everything is 2. Okay, what? Why did I write 2 times 5? It is incorrect. Oh, 5, 6. I want 6. No, no, why is simply 1? Ah. Okay, let's make 7. And here we have 1, 1. And then we have 1, 0. Then it should be 0, yes. Okay, let's add one more, which is... Okay, 9. Let's make a lot of 2's. And now we add some 3's. So 3's between 1. So first of all, here we have 0's. 1 3, 1 6, 1 6, 1 9, 6 1, 6 9, 9 1, 9 6, then 8 2, 2 8, and 8 2, and finally 3 4 7, 3 4, 3 7, 4 3, 4 7, 7 3, 7 4. It is no. Okay, and let's add one more. For example, vertex 10. And now it should be yes. It is no still, but this is now incorrect because I can. It should be 0 here, I think. Now it's yes. 5 1, 5 6, 1 6, 1 9 6 9, 6 2 9 8, 2 8, 8 4, 3 4. Why 8 4 but no 2 3 8 4. Then the triangle, and then 4 10 and 7 10. And finally, I would like to look at a couple of. First of all, I would like to look at 13. But here we need all threes, I think. It is also yes. Okay, we have a almost complete graph, but without one edge. 10, 12, 13. Yeah, and it's connected to the gate 1, 6. And in the end, I believe it will connect it. Yeah. I believe that it's fine. And finally, we would like to look at some smaller graph, which is 8. Okay, let's look at this graph and we can send it, I think. It's also yes. Why 12? No, it shouldn't be 12. Let's look closer. It should be 12. Okay, let's draw it. It's not hard. Okay. Mm-hmm. No, not random permutation. No, I think it's flow 2. Okay, it's somewhat testing. No, it's wrong answer. Oh no. No, it's not good. It's not good that it's a wrong answer. Okay, let's set some other test, which is like 8. Okay, let's look at 5, but only 2s. And only 1s. And only 0s. Okay, we have some new answers, which so this is a cycle, this is a path, and this is nothing. Well, it seems like we won't be able to determine the error without a stress. Well, we can have already tried 2 vertices just. Yeah, I have tried it here, I think. We can do it even easier. Let's simply say that we have 2, 0, 3, 3, 0. Okay, I don't understand it. Why it is correct? Ah, see, we have a multiple edge here, so it can be easily fixed. To fix that, we need to understand why it happened. Actually, let's put it here. Yeah, now we have it in the beginning. But it is wrong. So we definitely want to jump here. We have some good components. Okay, let's think. Ah, the problem is that ans is not empty. Yeah. So let's reformulate it. Yeah, I believe we need to check if gate X equals gate Y here. Yeah, now it should be fine. Yeah, now it's no, no, yes, no. Let's resubmit this again. I think now it will be more than 16 tests. At least I feel like it should. No, it's immediately WA. What? What? Will we ever jump here? No. But still I have an incorrect answer. Okay, let's fix that. So here we have no. Yeah, here we have yes. Okay. Then we have a lot of no's for some reason. For example, this 8 became no. Why? Let's jump here. We have gate with 0. And answers. What? M is 2. Okay, what is the test? V is 2. No, okay, the next one. Okay, now M is 3 and V is 8. So what happened? Okay, this was poor. Let's fix that. Okay, I think we need to remove this, but instead we just need to ask that if bad components is empty and good components dot size equals 2 and LSTS boot companies.front dot size equals 1, then also we need to return false. Now it's even 33rd test. Ah, we have an input. Why are they saying me the tests? Okay, maybe it seems like I have only 3x3 matrices, so I have a wrong answer for a 3x3 matrix. Found 0 but expected 3. What? Okay, let's try to make some test 3x3, I think. It says no. Okay. Let's remove something. Ah. What? Okay, it says no, but what if I remove this one? And here I can put 2. Do I really need to write a stress test? Okay, let's try to find the bug with ice, and if we are unable to, then maybe a stress. I just don't want to write max flow. It's not the nicest thing I can do now. Okay, supposedly small graph, and for some reason it is disconnected. No. No. I don't like this, no. This should be possible. Isn't it like 1, 2, 3, and 4? I think it is. I think it is. Why did you fail to do that? Okay. We have some lists. We have some DFS. Come again. Now, what is connectivity? I need connectivity 3, of course. No. Okay, we are in connectivity 2. Okay. We jump here. And we found all partial answers. Stop, what? MS4? What happened? 2, 3, 0, 1? Why 0, 1 is in the same component? Why are 0, 1 in the same component? U should be not equal to 2. Ah, okay. Ah, it's like two edges, I got it. Oh my god, it's like two edges. Well, it's not a bad test, it's by itself. But this is more interesting and this should be yes, I think. Also, maybe let's look at a triangle. I somehow lost connectivity. How did I do it? How did I manage to lose connectivity? I sincerely don't know how it's possible. Okay, I think we need to write a stress. I'm so fed up with stresses, especially after the Petrozavodsk. Hmm. Okay, we need to check this answer. So let's check it. How to check it? Oh. To check that, we need to do the following. Okay. So we need to check. So let's say that good equals true. So if find flow answer from I to j in an answer is not Vij, then good equals false. And if not good, we print the vector v. Okay, let's write a function find flow, which has int from, int to, int n, and const vpii edges. Okay, so let's make vvi g of size n. We add all these edges, and then we need to find the flow. How do we do it? Int flow equals 0. Then while true, let's make, for example, BFS. We put there vertex from. Then while q dot not do q dot empty, int v equals q dot front, q dot pop, or int 2 from gv. Also we have visited. If not visited 2, then visited 2 equals true, q dot push 2, and also let's make, instead of visited, let's have an array of parents. Okay, also if from equals to return 0. Parent is -1 everywhere. But parent of from is -2. Okay, so if parent of 2 equals -1, we break. Otherwise, let's go. So while while current is not equal to from, int previous equals parent of current, then we need to find in v previous our current vertex. We need to erase it. We need to say that current equals previous. Also, we need to add the edge in the other direction. So we need to say that g current dot push back previous. And here we return flow. Okay, and here I would like to see number of tests. Okay, for 4 it's kinda okay. For 8 is also kinda okay. Okay, let's look at it after the continue. Still a lot of tests. What? So my answer is correct? Okay, let's eliminate some easy things. So for 1, the answer is easily correct. For 2, it is also easily correct. Okay, let's try something. Let's do the following. So here, let's check that the matrix so if I equals j, then if so first of all, if VII is positive, then correct equals false, and if for int j equals =1, j less than or equals plus j, if Vij is not Vji, we say also that correct is false. And here we say that if not correct, then throw zeros, for example. Okay, find flow. In find flow, I don't know, let's for example return flow -1 sometimes. Is it just always correct? Why is it so slow actually? 3-3. Because the number of tests is not very big. Not much is happening right now, I think. Okay, let's try to make a union of some clicks. Okay, so how do I generate a test? Actually, let's say that I have VIN fill test n 0. V0 and then return V. Okay, how do I fill the test? Let's also say that I fill it from 0 to n, for example. So it is a test of depth D. Yeah, let's put all vertices. Instead of that, I need to take vertices. Okay, VI vertices. Okay. Yes, so first of all, we shuffle them. We choose how many of them will be at the depth +1. First of all, okay, if depth equals 3, then for int I from vertices, for int j from vertices, if I is not j, vij equals 3 and return. Okay, now we have RNG. So we shuffle all vertices. And in the depth +1, there will be UID from 1 to vertices.size all RNG. Then then we fill test. So we fill the vertices 1 with depth +1, and vertices 2 with simply depth. Okay, now it works quite fast. Okay, I even feel like, again, using UID here. Well, but it works. It works. I see. I see. I don't have a symmetric matrix, I think. Or what? I'm a bit stupid, I think, because I really didn't check that my matrix is symmetric. Okay, so first of all, let's generate here some tests which are not exactly symmetric. So which also this is a bad test actually. So I just always need to do it. But if this happened, then return. I think it will throw. I think it will throw. No. It never threw. Ah, I need to return here. I think it will throw if I return it here. Yes, it is immediately false. To fix it, for example, we can say that else if visited to no, let's just check that the matrix is symmetric, I think. Okay, and here we are. Move it here. Charge and test 3. Accepted. Well, I only needed to check the... So, Saveri was clever and he was right. I just needed to check that the matrix is symmetric. And I made my life harder, unfortunately. Thank you for watching.